Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video I want to quickly share with you how to make a kaftan dress. So guys, these are the materials we're going to be using to recreate this dress, and we're going to be making a simple kaftan that actually comes down from the sleeve. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using, and this fabric usually always have a design. Let me just quickly show you guys what I mean. This particular fabric always have like a design in the middle. So you want to always be careful when you're cutting it, because when you cut it from the normal straight line, you end up destroying the pattern. Okay, so I'm just going to use this pattern paper here to show you guys, because this fabric is very big and you'll not be able to see everything when I show you on the fabric. So on this pattern paper, you see that there's a longer part and there's a shorter part. So if you use this shorter part to fold your fabric into four like this to get the agbada dress, first thing you might notice is that the length will be too short for you, and second thing is that you end up destroying the pattern. So what you have to do is what I'm doing right now. You're going to fold the longer part of the fabric into two equal halves like this. Then you will notice that the pattern will be right in the middle of your fabric. Now once you folded it like this, the longest part, what you have to do is that you're going to now fold it again into two. So once you fold it again into two, this makes it a fold into four. So altogether you're cutting the front and the back of your agbada together. So this is how to go about this particular agbada that has a design in the middle. So once you've folded it like this, now you can start taking all your body measurements on it. So guys, this is my fabric folded into four, and if you can see, my design is actually in the middle. So this area here which is folded is where we are going to take our neckline measurement from. Okay, so now from this point here, I'm going to come down for my neck depth. I'll come down by 3 inches. You can go down by 4 or 5 inches depending on how deep you want your neckline to be. Now for the width, I'm going to come in by 3 inches as well, and I'll create a round neckline using a curve. So now once you've drawn out your neckline, the next thing you want to do is you're going to work on the shoulder. So I'm going to just draw this part fabric out so that we get to the end of the fabric where the shoulder is supposed to be, and I'm going to come down by about 3 inches. You can actually decide not to go down here. You can actually use the top of the fabric as it is, but I just want to have a shoulder slope. So from these 3 inches I came down by, I'm just connecting a line to meet the top of my neck. So guys, once you're done with the shoulder slope, let me just go ahead and turn this around so that you guys will see better how it's going to look like. So you are going to have it looking like this. The neckline is here and then the shoulder is here. This fabric actually is very hard to work with, to be very sincere with you guys. It's not like African prints that stays where you place it. This one will always move away. So yeah, this is it. Now what I want to do is on this side, I want to cut away from the allowance on the side, but first I will need to pin it all the way around, else it's going to move when I'm trying to cut this, and one part will be longer than the other. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So with the fact that I've pinned it down now, at least it's going to be together. So I just want to take some allowances away from this side. I'm just marking like 2 inches away, because I feel like this fabric is too wide for me, and you know I am a size 6, so I don't want it to look too big. So these 2 inches I'm taking away. I'm just going to take it all the way to the end of the fabric. Now if you're on a bigger side or you are bigger, definitely you don't need to take away any allowances. I'm just doing this because I felt like I didn't want it to be too big. Okay, so I'm still actually pinning it around, because honestly, if you don't pin it down, you're going to have it shifting away from where you want it to be. So before I cut anything out, I make sure to pin it everywhere before cutting anything out, as you can see. So I'm just going ahead to cut out the neckline, the shoulder slope, and then I'll cut out the side straight. And also I went ahead to cut away from the ends. So this is what I have right now. Okay, So this is the full length down here. I've not removed the excess yet. I will just go ahead and stitch this down first before I remove the excess length. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove all the pins, and we are going to first of all work on the neckline. So now when you're through, you're just going to separate the two pieces like this, the front and the back, and it's going to look like this. So now guys, can you see what I mean? Can you see my design right in the middle of my front piece? It's also the same thing for the other part as well. So if you remove this, you can see the design right on this neck area here, and it also goes down the same way. So right now what I want to go ahead and do is, for the neckline, I'm going to use a bias to pipe the neckline like this. I'll do the same thing for this piece and for the other piece as well. I'll just pipe the neckline nicely. So guys, I've piped the neckline. This is what it looks like in front. Always make sure to iron when you're sewing. Now I'm going to bring the two pieces together like this, placing them right sides facing each other, and we're going to go ahead and stitch down the shoulder slope like this. I'll just go ahead and stitch this area down and do the same thing for the other side as well. When you're working with this fabric, I would advise that you do a lot of pinning before you actually stitch on your sewing machine. So guys, after stitching it down, I went ahead to iron it out. So this is what the shoulder is looking like right now. Okay, can you see it looking really nice? Now I'm going to put them together right sides facing each other like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Go ahead and do the same thing, and you're going to have to pin it down as well. So guys, after pinning it down from the top of the shoulder here, I'm going to come down by how wide I want the sleeve area to be. So you can actually decide to measure around the area where the sleeve is going to be and use half of that measurement. So for me, I'm going to mark half of that measurement here. I just marked it here, and I'm going to make a simple notch on this point here, and I will just straighten up this area because you can see it's not straight. So now I'll remove my pins, and I'm going to go ahead and fold just this armhole area like this into two. I'll do it for this side, and I will repeat the same process for this other side as well. Go ahead and fold it into two like this. So guys, after stitching down the arm area, you can see what it's looking like here, and this other side as well. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. You're going to see it looking like this. So now I'm going to turn everything over to the wrong side so that we can stitch down the sides. Now we'll place the arm together like this. This is actually one of the ways of making a kaftan. There are actually different ways. This is one of them. There's another one I've made on my channel before that is quite different. That one has butterfly. This one doesn't. This one just comes all the way from the sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is, from this sleeve area, I'm going to go ahead and stitch down the side, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. So after stitching down the sides from the sleeve area, this is what I had, guys. You can see it here all the way to the end. So this is what it looks like. It's actually very simple. So guys, once you've stitched down the side, the last thing you want to do is to just measure the length you want your dress to be from this shoulder all the way to the end. Cut away the excess and go ahead and stitch it down around the ends. So after I was done with that, this is what my kaftan looks like. This is it. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I'll be seeing you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.